My name's Ione Skye, and I play MARILYN Hunter's mother. Well, I loved, I'm from America originally, so I was excited to do my first Australian show. And I love the time period and the world of, the surfing world in the 70s is very appealing. Barons is this fantastic show that takes us in the world of the first surfing entrepreneurial companies, sort of based on like Billabong and Quicksilver, that whole world in the 70s. MARILYN is from Newport Beach, California, from a very old school, wealthy family, someone who is quite reserved and a bit caught up in the sort of posh lifestyle, wounded, elegant, stylish, shut down, but still maternal and warm. I think the theme of sort of the two main characters having this kind of idealistic and the beginning of their friendship and their business together, it's very kind of exciting and heartbreaking and a big roller coaster, but then there's that part where the fantasy kind of disappears and one has to get in reality of what life's really about, and it's kind of that, that sort of growing up and through the lens of friendship and also being in a business, and I think people can relate to that sort of loss of the initial innocence and inspiration. Well, for sure, the 70s, I remember the skate culture and also surf culture, which was massive in the 70s. And it was maybe the first time, well, surfing had already been a big thing, but it had kind of had a new renaissance in the 70s. So I definitely remember the surf and skate culture of the 70s, for sure. And, just, it was a gritty time, but also definitely had this still sort of laid back and kind of, it was sort of an edgy time, to be honest. Yeah, for sure, the clothes really help you get into character. The minute you put on the clothes, and also, of course, the set decoration and all the furniture and the makeup and the hair, it really, really makes you get into the mood. And even the lighting and everything inside when we're shooting indoors, and all the color palette, I don't know, it definitely helps you get into the character. Yeah, I have some great caftans. There's a lot of sort of, the 70s had a kind of, a sort of ethnic kind of love of, big kind of necklaces, and, definitely a lot of silk caftans and a little bit of, not disco, but just the fabric is a little bit like shimmery at times. My character is very elegant, but also very groovy. So a big mix of being kind of conservative and also groovy. But I have great jewelry. Barons is sexy, nostalgic, and exciting. Well, I think people will love, of course, the time period, but I think that the acting is just very natural and it's exciting, but also, has a lot of heart. And I think people are liking that these days, that combination of being kind of real, but also ultimately being sort of, the blue sky kind of television. Yeah, this was my first time, working in Australia, and it's just been really amazing. I mean, my husband's from Australia, and he's always been the one working here, so it's been really great. And the crew is really great on this show, and I don't know, my Australian working experience has been really fantastic.